Hi, this is Kendra from Pencil and Pigment, and today is my Plan With Me video. We are going to finish up updating May and April. We'll start with the most recent, I guess, and like work backwards. So yesterday was Sunday the 4th. It was the Star Wars May the 4th be with you. That's a lot of fun. Okay, so I did, I did figure drawing. I know, I haven't done figure drawing in forever, so that was a fun challenge. And then I did elephants, because elephants are awesome. I did a gouache portrait. And then I did a portrait with a bird. Let's go back here. I did a cat huddle. That's what I'm calling it. It's a bunch of cats, and you're sort of looking up at them. And then I did 2 plants and 2 plants. So this was week 17 video. I know, we were just cooking along. It is flying by. And then I did a sketchbook tour video, sketchbook tour video. Let's move this page flag over. Keep ourselves updated. Okay, let's move on to the other book. I know, so many things. Okay, I know, and I've been updating this for what I've done every month. So that's starting to look really good. Starting to feel like I am making progress. Sometimes, you know, when you're only updating something once a month, or once a week and doing a weekly thing, it's kind of hard to see the actual progress. And it takes a few months to see it at a distance and then go, oh yeah, no, I am doing the things, which is cool. So I drew, I did 4 plant drawings to finish the Kokio level book. And then I did 1, 2, 3, 4, let's just say 5 random drawings. Because that's what June is. June is an all subject matter, all medium, just random, whatever my mood is. I just lean into it and have tons of fun. And then I had a week 17 video. And the May sketch book tour video. So I think that's still visible. I don't think I need to zoom in too much. And last week, you know what? I don't have any water. Hold on one second. I want to activate these inks with water. Okay, sorry about that. I thought I was organized and then I wasn't. So last week I did the clean color. This is the Zig, the real brush pen, and I used the marine. And today I am using the Persian green. So marine green, Persian green, and then I used my Pentel sign pen for this warm yellow. So to make this portrait a brunette, I am going to be using my Tombow. This is the 879. I think it's just called brown. I don't think it's anything like too crazy. So let's get started. Let's get drawing. I have my baby food jar of water. I have a Winsor Newton Cotman brush. All these supplies will be linked in the description box below. I'm going to start with eyebrows, I think. You can kind of see the Persian has a little bit more blue to it than the marine green, but they're really similar. So it's real obvious I play favorites with colors. I went through a huge like Prussian green phase and bought tons of pens that I thought were Prussian green or some variation of. But I wanted to update you. I have finished my webpage. It's published, it's up. I'm going to link my resources page The resources page is what I really want to talk about. So on that page, I have some printables that I have created over the past couple years that I could find. I was using a PDF upload page to link some of those, and they time out if people don't click on them and expire, which doesn't help folks. So I kind of went back through some of my external hard drives looking for things, and I found what I could, which wasn't much, unfortunately. So there's downloads on there. I have art references, art resources. So if you want some free coloring pages from museums, some book binding, sketchbook binding tutorials that I have found across the internet that I have linked. Pinhole cameras, if you want to try your hand at making one of those and making a fun little camera. There's a bunch of fun little things. And then I have design links, design resources. So if you're looking for royalty-free photo web pages or free fonts, I have some free programs like art and design programs that I have found across the internet. Those are all linked. I've linked as many resources as I can find. It is a link-heavy page. I have social justice, artists helping artists links on that page as well. Over the years, I have sort of used links that other businesses have put out, like the art newspaper, art news. Unfortunately, when they do social justice like articles with their links expire, or sometimes nonprofits get hit hard and they're no longer in business. Like, just things happen, and so sometimes with the art newspaper their links expire, like their link to the article times out. So I just went across the internet and found my own links for Black Lives Matter, for Palestine, for the Ukraine, for the LA fires. Like, I just found what I could of artists helping artists. And then on that page, I also have a list of some of my favorite art supplies. And there's no affiliate links, there's no bias, it's just stuff I've used that I enjoy. Again, some of those things may not be for everyone, but if you're curious of the things that I genuinely use over and over and over again and love, I have those linked. So my resource page is, it's hundreds and hundreds of links. If you are looking for all kinds of fun things to feel inspired and motivated and just want to create and do things or help others out or just curious. Basically my webpage is kind of just a portfolio, but I really wanted a page that would help other artists, other creators, folks that subscribe and follow me on YouTube and are generally interested in my art journey and stuff. I just wanted to sort of give back as much as I can to help out. Boy, teeth are hard. So that is what my resource page is. If you are curious, that's probably where I'm going to keep linking social justice things as things pop up, and that way I'm in more control of making sure things are updated. Everybody has access to it. You don't have to have a membership to, the art newspaper or art news or anything like that. Okay, she's right off the page. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start her hair this color and then we'll go into the brown. So she's gonna have to have dual color hair, just like the other lady. And hopefully that will translate like they are friends. And these illustrations belong together since they share the same open spread. That's the goal anyway. So yeah, that's my update. My webpage is done. We have art resources for everybody. Sometimes it's hard to find stuff. Like, the internet can feel like a mile wide and an inch deep, and it's just like there's so much everywhere. It's really hard. Oh my gosh, this brown is dying. I use my products. Woo! Yeah, this pen's almost dead. Let's see if the Tinier point is more helpful. Oh yeah, okay, we have ink. Anyway, sometimes it's just easier to see what other people have culled and put together, because it's so hard to find stuff sometimes, you know? Thousands of links across the internet. This paper is something else. This is why I haven't gotten rid of this pen. It's because of the tiny, it must be two separate ink wells for one to be so dry and one to have plenty. That's my thought anyway. We'll kind of do a faux ear here. Anyway, yep, that's where I'm at. That resource page took me about, I want to say 7 hours to put together. It wasn't quick. And then I will probably check links once a year, like go back through every April or May, beginning of May, and make sure all the links still go to places that exist and things that are available, things that are still free. Sometimes, which was the case, because I had stuff on my old webpage that linked to free programs and stuff for artists, but I hadn't checked the links in like 4 years, and some of those free art and design programs became paying, so they were no longer free, which is fine. They're well within their right to no longer be free or open source or any of the things they're doing. I understand companies and businesses have to make their money, but it's nice when they stay free. I think I'm going to put page protector under here just a little bit. This is looking like it's going to feel juicy and probably ghost and bleed a little bit. So anyway, that's where I'm at. And Tombow are water soluble, so if you want that sort of watercolor faux look with Tombow pens, it works really well on the Tomoe River. It works really well on watercolor paper that's sized. If you add water just to any Tombow on any paper, you may not get the desired effect. You need the paper sizing that allows for the paper to act and perform like watercolor paper. There is watercolor ground. It's a liquid you can buy, and you can paint that on other paper and turn it into watercolor paper, sort of. It's as close as you can get. You can turn other products and surfaces, make those more accessible and available to watercolors with watercolor ground. It's a fun medium for those who feel inclined. If you have a bunch of sketchbooks and none of them take to watercolor and you have tons of watercolor, maybe consider getting watercolor ground. Do some research on it. I know some people do watercolor ground and gesso. They do layers of both to prep their page. All right. You know what we need? We need we need some birds over here too. But I'm gonna make them brown since her hair right here it's brown. I love birds. Okay. All right, so it kind of looks like they're flying out of her hair a little bit. I'm gonna get those a little bit wet here. So there's just too much water on my brush. All right. All right, there we go. 2 Zig Clean Color pens with some water-soluble felt tip pens for the hair. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful week, and I will talk to you later. Bye.